Hello everybody, I'm Raphael, I'm the CCO of Inodo Games, and I want to welcome you to the Architect Paris development books. As you probably know by now, one of the specifics of this city builder is that you won't have to build a whole city from scratch, but develop an existing city, and this city is Paris. Alright, so each of these buildings is an opportunity for the player to modify the city of Paris, to transform it, for example, in a big amusement park, or to make it an industrial city. Also to face all the climate and ecological challenges of this century. And we'll see later how to imagine and design new buildings to reach whatever goal you're setting. But first, let's start with the beginning, and the beginning is the structure of the city of Paris. The city of Paris is divided into districts. These districts in the game were made from the 80 actual neighborhoods that exist in Paris. Each district is a specific area with which the player will interact freely. We'll see later that each of these districts offers specific missions to the players, but for now, let's get back to the 3D view. So if you want to see and find the districts in the 3D view, you need to be at the right scale. That's something very different from other city builders, where the scale of the visualization, the zoom you're using, is meaningless. In the Architect Paris, the scale you're using to watch the city is important. As you can see at the bottom right side of the UI, there's a little something to remind you what scale you're using. And right now you can see we're at the district scale level, and if we decide to have more information about the model, then the cursor allows us to select different districts in the city of Paris and get all the information on the district selected. Now, districts are made out of blocks, and if I want to visualize these blocks, I need to, of course, be at the right scale. And I can do that with the mouse scroll wheel. I can bring the camera down to the right scale. Now the reference is updated, and I can see now the information that concern the blocks. I can see that this block is made out of 41 buildings. Now the building is the smallest scale in the game, and if you want to get to the information, then again I need to be at the right scale of visualization, and I will still use the mouse scroll wheel to go down and get down to the right scale as indicated at the reference. Now the information pop-up window of this building gives me a whole lot of information that I will need to use in order to make decisions at that scale. At the bottom of the window, there's a button that will allow me to launch the drawing board. And the drawing board will allow me to build a new building to replace the one I just selected. So we've seen that the city of Paris is made out of districts, of blocks, and of buildings. But inside a few districts, several of them actually, there's specific buildings that we call remarkable. And most of the time, they're historical or very particular architecture style. Let's take, for example, l'Hôtel de Ville, the City Hall of Paris. All the remarkable buildings in the game have a specific information window. Right here it's still in French, but of course they will be translated for the game. This window introduces you to, notably, the necessary conditions for the player to intervene on this building. And these buildings are important because most of them, once the player owns them, produce resources that are specific and that will allow unique actions in the game. All right, so it was just a quick first tour of the structure of the game, The Architect. We thought it would be important to just go over this precise questions right now. We'll see you very soon in a new video. Bye.